Hi there, and welcome to the Allume May All Hands update. Super excited to be here with you and to spend this time together one-on-one in this very virtual experience. So first I want to just remind us all of what our strategic goals and vision is. So our first goal is to really make an impact with the continuous care population in the state of Connecticut. And we want to do that over the next 10 years in a meaningful way. We want to ensure that every complex continuous care patient in Connecticut who is able to live at home and wants to live at home has a care team and a funding source in place available so that they can do that in a safe way. So that is something that we are deeply committed to doing in everything that we do. And secondly, we want to be recognized as the preferred employer of home health nurses in the state of Connecticut. So we want to get better and better and better at being a really great employer of nurses and care providers. So I hope that you will continue to share with us any feedback you have on how we can get better at doing that. We will in the future become better at eliciting that information from you. But in the meantime, I wanted you to know once again that this is what we're driving towards. Here are our company milestones we show you every month, and you can see our journey to where we're going and how we're doing along the way. We, from February 2018, we're at 2,500 hours. April 2019, we're 5,600 hours, and we're growing really quickly right now. In the month of April, May, June, we've had a lot of activity in terms of bringing on lots of new nurses as well as new patients. So you're going to see that number go up pretty dramatically from 5,600 in April to probably, I'm hoping we'll hit 7,000 in the month of May. And that's because of all the great work that all of you are doing and the great work that all the people in the office are doing to bring people in, to recruit, to train, to orient, to up level. And so, our goal is to, by the first quarter of 2019, be at about 15,000 hours. So we're excited and we're growing. And in the last 6 weeks, we've brought in 8 new patients and continuous care. And we are very excited to surround these families with remarkable care. So our key objectives for 2019, you've seen these. So we want to grow continuous care by 700 hours a month. I have this in yellow because the last few months we were not successful in doing that, but I will tell you that we will certainly meet that goal from April to May. And we're hopeful that from May to June and June till July, we'll continue to see that pace pretty nicely upwards. We're also growing in our skilled medical practice, and that's been led by our fulfillment team, and we have Stephanie Adia along with Sarah Jamette, who's out in the field right now doing a lot to bring in more business, and we've seen that already start to grow. We are hiring and onboarding, training 10 to 15 nurses per month. So I'm happy to report that in the month of April, we were able to bring on 14 new people. And that is not just hiring them and orienting them and getting them to orientation, but actually getting them into the field. So that's a really important and wonderful thing for the entire team and especially for our patients. The average hours per week, we want to continue to see that climb. We want you, our care providers, to be more and more engaged with Allume and doing your great work with patients here. And so if you are interested in increasing your hours, please be sure to see Taylor, send her an email, or Christine, and ask them to help talk to you about what it would mean for you to increase your hours. Now, if you're already working over 30 hours, we really appreciate it, and we're working even 40 hours. That's super duper. If you're working less than 30 hours and you're interested in increasing, there is also an incentive that comes with that. You actually get a $1 per hour increase in pay when you move up over 30 hours. So, and everybody else who's already working over 30 hours, you already have that built into your pay. So you can know that that's already part of your pay. But for those who are wanting to upgrade and work more with us, that is an incentive we hope you will find out more about by reaching out to Taylor or Christine. We want to have 95% of our notes, our visit notes, completed on time. And so that's getting better, but we still have a couple of people that have a tendency to not be on time. And we ask you to please, please, please get really into a good practice with that. Most of you are doing such a great job, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, because it really does make things so much easier for everybody involved. We hope to see that number, the visit notes process, to really improve. One of the things that we are about to do is we're about ready to launch our continuous care electronic note, and that electronic note is actually going to facilitate us to receive your notes even faster, because you won't have to actually bring them in anymore. They'll just be automatically in a system. So more on that later in the training and later in this video. No more than one call out per employee per quarter. Call outs, they're so hard on our families. So they should only be when absolutely necessary. You're doing pretty darn well on that. Most of you are doing great. 80% fully scheduled for new continuous care patients. So those who have been with us for less than, it says 3 months, but we actually less than 6 months. We're doing pretty well with that right now. And as we're bringing on new patients, we're continuing to fill that. And I really appreciate, again, the team that's involved with that, all you nurses who are filling those spots for those new patients, and the team here in the office who are, Patty Ann calling and getting everybody connected, along with Taylor, making sure that everybody, that the new people find a place. And then we have a goal of having our homes with patients that we've had for more than 6 months. We want to make sure they're above 90% capacity, and we're getting better and better and better with that. So we thank you all for that level of progress. What else is happening at Allume? Just a couple things I want to keep you in the loop on. First of all, as you know, in March we had a survey. It went very well. There were 7 items that we presented last month in the April training that we're working on. We're continuing to work on those things. You're going to continue to hear about those things over the coming weeks and months. We'll continue to educate on those topics. Another thing that's happened recently is we did our competencies in April and into May. Many of you have been in, most of you have been in. That's for nurses, I believe. And we thank every single one of you who came in. It's very important that you receive your competency with an RN every year, and really we need it to be done by the end of May. So if you did not come in, we will need you to come in, or to do it with your case manager if you can work it out with them on site. But otherwise, you'll need to meet with your case manager in the office and go through that competency process by the end of May, or you will not be eligible to work after that. Also, I wanted to let you know we are implementing a process called the 4Ds, which is the 4 disciplines. And this month, the month of May, we have a book, the 4 Disciplines of Execution, which are all about those 4Ds. So check out that book if you'd like to get a copy. I'm giving away 10 free copies right now. And you can see more about that in the upcoming video, the other video that's about this in this month. We're also celebrating Nurses Week. So right now, as I'm recording this, is Nurses Week. So it's, the week of May 6th through 10. We are celebrating nurses. I thank you very much for being a nurse, if you're a nurse. And I celebrate you, and I celebrate the whole of Allume, who is, really out there intent on delivering great nursing care, along with home health aid services, OT, PT, speech, social work, etc. Rollout of the Access Continuous Care e-note. So I made mention of it, but there's going to be more to come on that. It's going to be something that's going to be happening over the next 2 months. So over May and June and possibly into July, we're going to be rolling out a technology in each continuous care home. So every home is going to get an iPad, and then from that iPad you'll be able to access our EMR system, electronic medical record system, called Access. And in that system is where you're going to be able to document your flow sheet. So instead of going on paper, you're going to be able to document all of the work that you do with your patients in continuous care on Access. Now, some of our employees are already on Access. Home health aides are already on Access. Some of our nurses are already on Access. If you're doing non-typical continuous care, you're already on Access, so this won't be new for you. But for everybody else, nurses in the field, you will learn how, and we'll start with the training this month and start with rollout of the eNote into one home at a time in the month of June. The other thing that's important for you to be aware of, while we just completed our Department of Public Health survey in March, we are expecting another survey from our Medicare accreditation body, ACHC. They're going to show up sometime in the next year. We don't know really when, but we are in that window now. So we are very much focused also on being ready for that, and you will continue to see trainings that are helping you prepare for that. Not only because it's good for a good survey, but it's good for good practice. All right, that's all I have for right now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the training videos that we have for you this month in May 2019. Go make the world a better place. Thanks.